Okay, so let's start. And today we are going to finish the 2D part, two-dimensional part. And today I'm going to describe about the layout tab and the paper space. Okay, so let's go for it. And we have this layout one and layout two. We have this two layout tab, and both are same. Just at the default condition it is provided the two different layout, because with the different layout and with different setting within your paper space you can just uh, differentiate. That's the reason it is provided. So right now you can see that this is the paper space, and this is the space limited by the paper length and width. This is the finite space. So here you can see one viewport is already created. That is the default viewport which is already created. Let me delete the default viewport, and here you can see one page is already there, and as per the page we have our margins. Okay, so that we can set. If you right click here, you will get this new layout. You can create a new layout tab. So for that also you have this plus button to create a new layout tab. So for setting a different page layout, and we have from template, like you can choose a template. Suppose you have this template already created, and there you will find some title blocks, and within that template you will find out some 2D diagrams are created, or some blocks are already there, and some settings like layer, dimension style, text style settings are already there. So you can use those. So as per the template, you can choose it. So if you need any page setup, so for that we have this. Okay. So let's go for this, and let me click on open, and this is the one. So select it and click on OK. And right now you can see that ISO A1 layout tab is created. And as per that, we have some page settings, and we have this title block over there. Okay. And here we have some attributes. If you double click here, you can change the value. Okay. Like here you can see. Okay. So this kind of block attribute is already created. You can use that. So you can have it from the template. If you want to delete it, you can delete. Right click and delete. If you want to rename, you can rename. You want to use the same layout, and there you will be adding some different drawings. So you can just simply right click and copy this. Okay. And this is to select all your layouts right now. All the layouts are selected. So that is uh, you can activate model tab. You can directly switch to model tab if you have so many layout tabs are created. So you can go for activate previous layout. Okay. And this is the drafting. Uh, just a second. This is drafting standard. So projection type. If you are going with this, you can set projection. So first angle or third angle. Then about the thread style. What will be the thread style? So you can choose this. So right now, this is not needed for our purpose. Okay. So let's go for it. And so this is like dock above status bar. So this is just to change the position, and it will dock above the status bar, and that's all, nothing else. Now let's go for one thing. There is page setup manager. So this page setup manager is there. So right click and go for this page setup manager. And here you will not find out this page setup manager if you don't find it here active. So you can type it also, like the command is page setup. Okay, you can type this command page setup. So let me delete this one, or you can have it. So let's have it, nothing to delete. Okay, let's go for page setups. Now I will be setting the page. I will be changing the page, or changing the margin size and all I'll be setting. Okay, so let's go for this layout one. For this layout one, I will be modifying it. And here printer or plotter, if you directly printing it, so you can connect with your printer. Right now, I don't have any printer connected, so I'll be generating PDF format. So for that, I can choose this PDF. Okay, so we have this much of any PDF you can choose. So don't go for this smallest file. Uh, you can either go for high quality print or DWG to PDF. Okay, so you can go for another, like this will also help you to export in any different format, different file type. Okay, so let's go for DWG to PDF and go to this properties, and there you will find some properties for that. Like for this, you have some paper size for this plotter. You have some paper sizes, and you can customize the paper sizes. So now let's go for this custom paper size. So we will be adding a new and customize. So you can create your own paper size. So let's go with this begin, start from scratch, or else you can use any existing. So like you can go for ISO A3 or A1 that you can choose. Okay. And next, so this is the media bound and this is the paper size. If you want to change anything there, you can change, like let me go for 850 by 600. Let me have it and go for next. And there you can see that this is a printable area. So within your margin, the area is called printable area. Okay. So for this top, let me go with the 5, and for the bottom, let me go with the 5, and for left, I will go with 10, and for right, I will go with 10. Okay, so you see that from top you uh, decrease 5, from bottom you decrease 5. So remember that this is the width and this is the height. So this is width and this is height. So height is 600. So your printable area, uh, you have to find it out how much the area is. So 850 by 600. So you can say that uh, 830 by 590 is your printable area, right? 830 by 590 is your printable area. Now let's go for next, and here you can give the name. So let me give your name. Okay, so this is 850 by 600 and next, and let's go for finish. And before that, you can check also, go to back and you can check. Let's go for finish, and this is added right now. This one added. If you go to edit again, you can change everything. Okay, go for next. So okay, so I don't know why I can't add the name. Okay, so let's go with this name only. Okay, so no problem with that. Let's go with that name and let's click on OK. And here you see the paper size is right now selected this one, and I will come at the bottom there. This one is created. I'll select that, and that is our paper size. Okay. Now our paper is set, and there you can change anything about the PDF option, vector quality, and all. Now within this plot, within this printable area, what to plot? Okay, so what do you want to plot? Like if you want to plot whatever is displayed, you can choose that. If you want to plot everything, including all your page, so then you will be choosing layout. And you can go for window, so then any particular area will be you will be printing only. Okay, so that you can go for it. Okay. So let me just specify there, and that much area will be printed only. So let's go for layout, and everything uh, within your page, everything will be printed. And you can go for display. So whatever is displayed, that will be printed. So you can go for preview, and there you can see right now there is nothing which is displayed. So let me click on OK, and there let me come back. Okay. So you have to create one viewport to make your drawing visible here. Okay. So you know that we create our drawing within our model space, and in the layout tab we have our paper space, right? So let me go to that external reference, enter, and let me bring some drawings over there. Uh, Let me have that previous drawing. Okay. And here I will go for bind, and let me go to this insert option, click on OK. And my external reference work is done. I'll close it. And this is the block. So I need as object. So I'll explode it. And these are right now uh, set as annotative. So that's what it is. Can change it to standard. Okay, that is the current one right now. Okay, now let me select all my dimensions. Right click, go for quick select, and there choose uh, all these dimensions. Let me select rotated dimension. It's so these are selected right now, and go to annotate, and there you can go for this update. These are updated right now. And now again right click, go for quick select. Let me select aligned dimension, click on OK, and that is done. So let's go for right click, quick select, and rotated dimension. Let me go for not equal, and let me click on OK. So everything is there. So linear, that is the layer. And again right click, quick select, and that is rotated dimension, and that is equal by layer. Can go for layer, and let me go for that linear one. So with this properties I'll be selecting, so those rotated dimension which match the linear will be selected. Click on OK. Right now this is selected. And let's match with the current dimension style. Click on update. That is updated right now. Okay, so this way you can do it, or else what you can do, you can change it from here as well. Select, change the dimension style, change the dimension style, change it, change the dimension style, change the dimension style. Okay, so here we have, and you can add the enter, go to modify, and there you can go for the text value. You can uh, add more, or about the overall scale, you can go for like 10. Click on OK, close, and here we have. Okay, so let me just change the position there. Okay, all right. This and here we go. So control one, and for this, the text view direction, you need to change this. Okay, so right, fine. Now here we have, and let's go for layout tab, and here we need to create one viewport. You may ask, sir, why we need to create a viewport? Because we have created our model, our object in model space, and here I'm creating an uh, viewport, and through that viewport we can see our model which is present in model space. We can see our model within this paper space, the model which is present in model space. Okay, so that is why if I give you an example, uh, like right now, everyone is watching IPL, right? But the IPL is match going on the stadium, but you can still watch it sitting at your home. So how you can see it? You have the television, that is, you can assume it as a viewport that you have within your home, and that viewport you place within this paper space, and you can see it. Okay, so for that, let's go for viewport. Viewport. So viewports command, and then choose the viewport type. You want single viewport or two vertical viewport or four, like this. You can choose what kind of viewport you need. So about this viewport, at the first class I have described. You can watch that first class. And let me choose single one, and you can set it like, if 3D, if you need a 3D view, if you have a 3D model, you can set up 3D, and you can change right view or SW isometric view is needed. So you can choose four equal, and for each, so for this one you can choose like top, and you select this. For this you can choose front, and for this you can choose left. And about the visual style, you can change it to realistic, anything. And for this one you can change it to SW isometric, and You can change it to realistic visual style. So this way you can do it. So let's go for a single viewport, and here it will be 2D, and the view will be as current view in model space. And about the visual style, let's go for 2D wireframe. So let's click on OK, and here I need to place it. So I can go with like placing this way, first corner and second corner. This way I can place it, but I'll not place like that. I will place exactly on the margin within this printable area. So for that I have this fit. So it will fit within the printable area. And now you can see, right? And now we can uh, use scale for viewport, for this viewport. So for this viewport, we have some scale. So if you go and select this viewport, then you will get this scale option on this status bar, and there you can choose this scale. Okay, there you can change this scale. All right. And if you double click on it, here you can activate the model space within this viewport. It's like you are activating this within this. Okay, so you can change this way, you can change the scale. All right, like that you can change the scale, and there you can off this grid, and you have it. Double click outside, then you activate the paper space. Okay, so this way you can change. So for each viewport you can apply scale. So right now if you can set 1:1 scale for this viewport. You can set 1:1 scale for this viewport, and then double click. If you pan, it will not change the scale. If you pan it, it will not change the scale. But if you zoom, if you try to zoom in and zoom out, it will change the scale. So if you don't do the mistake by zooming in and zooming out, so you can lock this. So the scale will be locked. So now if you try to zoom in and zoom out, this viewport, this view will not be zoomed out. Okay. So this way you can lock it. So like this, you can do the mistake. So for that, make sure you set the scale, and then pan for the position, and then do the lock. Okay, and click outside so that you can activate the paper space. Okay, so this way you can place it. And now let's go for the printing option. Here you have that plot option, or you can like you can go for plot command. You can type also plot there, or control P is the shortcut, or this is the icon on the quick access toolbar. And here go for continue to plot a single sheet. Now you can try batch plot. So batch plot is for multiple sheet or multiple drawing. Okay, so let's go for single sheet. It will take the settings from your page setup. You see, this is the page setup. So it will take, and you can choose some layout there. So as per that, it has some settings. You can save it. Okay, so for that, you will all the time, you don't have to set these things manually. So you can go for like add, and you can set this. Okay, so let me save it, batch sun, and click OK. So wherever you get, you choose this, and you will have this settings. Okay, like here also you can go for your plot, and here also you can choose all these settings. Okay, Here you can apply one title block if it is needed. You can apply one title block there. So let me, and now if you want to change anything in the drawing, so you have to come to model space and there you have to add. Okay. So okay, like this. Let me do some changes. So yeah, all right. Mm, let me select and let me try to mirror this. So okay, so that is done right now. Double click here. Let me just unlock and move it a bit. Yeah. Okay, so now lock it again. And now what we can do is we can we can change the scale for the whole viewport. So with this we can change. So it will change the viewport size as well. So for that you have this drop down arrow here. Here you can change. If you change, so it will change the whole viewport. Okay, with the whole viewport it will change. Okay, so you can again go for it. Okay, and this way you can change it. So now let me go for 1:1. And if you change it from here also, so here you will get uh the view scale. Okay, so this is the view scale. So within this viewport, you will be applying it. Okay, So now what you can do is can change this, like can go like this, and then you see that it is also applied here, and here you can change it, so it will be within that viewport only. So right now you can see that your viewport is changed with that, but your view scale is changed, changed to 1:1, but it will be visible within this viewport only. So how much the area you have set for the viewport, that much portion you can be uh, you can make it visible. Okay, so make sure you're aligning this also, right? So right now it will be hard to do it because it will generally align. Okay, so make sure you don't do that changes. Okay, and double click here. And if you don't want that viewport and all to keep it after doing all these changes, after doing all this scale and all, you don't want to have this viewport and all. You want this object to be present in paper space, not in model space. So for that, what you have to do is press change space command. You have to change the space as because our object and or our dimensions are present in model space. So I need to bring within my paper space. So for that, I have to change the space. So let's go for change space, and make sure before activating the change space command, you have double clicked within this viewport. So your model space is activated within this viewport. Keep in mind these words, that before activating the change space, make sure that you have activated model space within this viewport, then go for change space, and then only you can select all these objects and then press enter, and that is done. Now you can select this viewport and you can delete it, and now you have this within this uh, viewport, sorry, within your paper space, within this paper space, right? So now if you have any title block, you can choose your title block there. Okay, so this is the 0, 0 position. So specify 0, 0, and okay, so this is not the 0, 0. So let me go for uh, let me undo it, go for UCS icon. Let me show it on the origin. So this is the origin right now. Okay, so this is the origin right now within this paper space. This is the origin right now. And what we can do, can either find it out here, or uh, or else what you can do, you can go for any uh, multiple view. There you can go for fit, and that you have right now one viewport you have created, and then you can go for this title block, and there you will find out this point. Okay, so right now you can identify, or you can go for, before placing you can go for ID, and there you can identify the uh, coordinate value. So this is the coordinate value -281.3983. Okay, and this is the y value. So press F2, and these are the value. Okay, so this is the minus x, uh this is minus x 281.3983, and y is -115. So uh, you will add another -5 to y and -10 for the x, right? For placing it. And let's go for it and let's specify the insertion point. Okay, so what was the value? Yeah, so this was the value, right? So this was the value for x. Let me copy and sorry guys. Go for insert again. Sorry, insert this title block and press F2 and scroll it up. There you will find this value. Select and copy it. Okay, and paste it here. So you will add another 10, right? And comma, what was the value? Uh, 120. So minus 120 point something was there. So you can find it again. Go to scroll up and we have added 5. So minus 120, 4199. That is going to be the insertion point for our title block and press enter. Mm,
So can you check the value of x?
sorry,
So
I
can you
couldn't
check
hear
the
you.
value of can you check the value of x coordinate?
Check what?
The x coordinate value is wrong.
Yeah, I have placed wrong values. So let me go for checking it again, ID, and place it here. So here it's showing with the right. Okay, so that is the value, right? This is the value -281.3983, right? So let's go for insert and that is going to be -291.3983, comma -120.4199, right? Yeah, right. And press enter. And yeah, so here I have placed it right. Okay, so right now I don't need that viewport. I had placed that viewport for only finding out my origin point. And so right now I have placed that title block. So that point that I had created just to find out this corner point coordinate value so that I can identify this corner point coordinate value. Okay, so right now I'm ready with my page and the drawing and the title block. I'm ready with that. And now
Sir,
let's go. Yeah, yeah.
can we find out the coordinate value without that viewport? Because the UCS icon is there.
Yeah, UCS icon is there, but I don't know how much is the distance from this point. I don't know, right? I can find it out, but for that I have to find some difficult steps and all. So I will not go for wasting my time. So I know how to find out the point. I just need one point there, right? So for that there is nothing wrong to place any viewport over there. So with the viewport multi view, you can go for M view or viewports, and you can place the viewport so that you can get the point over there, and you can identify the uh, coordinate value for placing your title block. That's a simple thing. Otherwise, you can find it out what is the distance the uh, from the origin and all. So that will be difficult finding out and wasting your time. So you know the what are the shortest way. So finding out and utilizing the shortest way is you are not like fooling your AutoCAD, or you are not tricking with AutoCAD. आप AutoCAD को बुद्धू नहीं बना रहे हो, ऐसा मतलब ऐसा मत सोचो कि आप AutoCAD को बुद्धू बना रहे हो. तो okay, so this way you can have it. Okay, so right now I don't need to see my UCS icon. So what I will do, I will off it. Okay, and this was not added. Okay, okay, so that I need to bring it here. Uh, so you can what you can do, you can simply go for Control C and come here, and here you can go for Control V and go for insertion point, specify where it is. Sorry. So what you can do, you can bring in another viewport over there. So go for viewports, click on OK, go for fit, double click over there, and am I having any glitch? Okay, so just a second. We go for double click and let me change it to from it this standard, and let me turn it off this annotative option and close this one, and here let me change it with this, and let me bring it here. So Control C, and let me go for this paste. Yeah, okay, so you can go for Control V as well for this paste, and let me place it here. Okay, right, so right now I have placed it. So what was there in the model space? I will delete it. I don't need it in the model space here, and it is right now ready for printing out. So everything is there. You can choose this, so you don't need to worry about the settings. So let me check with the display option. So go for this. So right now this is displayed here, and sorry, cancel it. Right now this much is displayed, and here you can change this. Okay, so this is your title block, and let me select all these drawings over there, and let me do some movement. Okay, now let's go for the print option there. Continue to plot a single sheet. Choose that setup. Okay, and this is what displayed right now. Uh, so this is right now displayed. You can choose fit to paper and you can right now preview. So this is fit within this, and here this is the paper size, and we applied to layout. You can center the plot. So it will be placed on the center within your page area. Okay. So you can go for layout to print the whole sheet, and you have the extend option. So this is the extended portion for your uh, object you have present within this paper space. So the maximum extended portion will be available for printing. You can choose window option. So let's go for window, and you can specify this portion to this portion, and that will be only available. And after that, you can center the plot. Okay. So you can choose extend, that is the maximum extended portion right now. And you can choose display. Okay, so I think uh, I really don't know how this display works actually. Okay, so just happened within this. So this page size, what happened to the page size? Page setup manager, this layout, go to modify, and this is the page setup 850 by. What's just happening? Just a second, guys. So what just happening is, guys, it's changing the position for the uh, page. So let me just bring it here. Okay, so let me place it. Now I can tell you about the display option. So let's go for plot, and yeah. So how it is displayed. So it here you have that origin. So from that origin, uh, it it displays, right. So from that position, where within this screen, within this viewport, this area, how much it is displayed. So as per that, it will display here. Okay, so better you go with the layout after setting all of this. Okay, so if you go for extend and display and window, then only you can choose this center plot and this plot offset. So plot offset is within this printable area where you want to place your diagram. That is all about. And here also you can choose plot scale. So uh, during the print only, you will see that this scale is applied. But here within this AutoCAD, uh, you have set the scale. As per that you will have it, and this is for plotting. When you will be plotting, as per the scale, you will have your printout. Okay, so let's go for layout and go for this preview, and that you have right now. Okay, so after finalizing it, you can go for the apply to layout and click on OK. You can change it. If you change it, you apply to layout and go for this preview, and there you see during this printout it will be like this. And if you click on, oh, sorry, let's go for, so this will happen. Okay, and here let me show you this plot style table. So plot style table is like you can assign different properties. Even you have created with layer. So without changing the layer properties and exact properties, so plot style table is like for plotting and printing only, you are changing the object styles, object properties you are changing for printing only. In the print, you will see the result. It will not change for the model. So here we have some settings already created. So if you want to print it out in black and white, you can choose monochrome. Here you have some other different settings. So for the settings, you can go for this edit, and this one is there. So you can see that color, this is right now normal, and for this style, it is set to use object color. You can change like all the colors will be printed on red, so that you can change. Okay, so this is about the view. So the same thing we have. Okay, so that you can choose. So let's go for monochrome, and there you can see also like here you can see that the normal setting is use object color, and for this style, and it is set to black, and all the other things it is same, only the color is changed. So you can also change other properties as well if you need. And now let me cancel it and apply to layout, and you can go for preview. Sorry, just a second. So this is the plot style, it is applied. And here, let me go for it. Monochrome. Okay. And so these things are appropriate, nothing to change with. Okay, so if you need anything to change, you can check and uncheck. So this thing is very easy to understand. And this layout, portrait or a landscape, that you can change it here. Okay, and let me go for apply to layout and go for preview. Just a second. So here you need to change with the layout and go for apply to layout, and let's go for preview, and that is the preview. So here let me just check it once. Okay, Just a second, guys. So for that, what I'm doing is, uh, I'm going to change the space, change space, enter. Okay, so these are not available within the viewport. Sorry, I forgot that. Here, let me go for Control C, copy them, and here I'll paste it. Go for Control V. Here I'll paste it. So let me paste on 0, comma 0, enter, and here I'll delete it. Okay, and here let's go for that viewport. So let me show you some interesting thing. Like you can create a circle there. You can create any circle or any ellipse if you need. Any object you can create. Let's go for center. Okay, like that you can go for it. And now we have another option, that is multi-view. So you can choose some multiple views. So here we have object and you can select this object, and this area will be converted into viewport. So right now this is your ellipse and this area is converted into viewport. Okay. So you can delete this ellipse and your viewport will be deleted. Okay, so right now I don't need ellipse. Let's go with the viewports. Viewports, enter. Let's go and fit. And that I have. Let me off grid over there. So grid, double click here and let me off this grid over there. Let me click. And now let me go for plot option, and there let me choose monochrome and layout this, and let's go for preview. Okay, so just a second, guys. Let me check in layer. So here it is set to plot style normal. So that's why. So that's why it is being printed in that normal color. So you remember that here we have that plot style table. Here we have that plot style table. So this is the normal plot style, and that is set to use object color. And for style one, we have this black, right? So we have to set in layer as well that style one. Okay. So for this, we have this style one, we have to set it to style one. Then only it will be printed on this plot style table. Okay. So from that plot style table, you have to define the plot style within your layer. Okay. So this is uh, set. And now if you go for print and everything is set, you can go for preview and there you can find out. Okay, now about this, you can check about the hatch and all, you can check it. Okay, so for that, let me go and check. Just a second. About the layer. Uh, just a second for this one. Hmm, let's go and set normal. Okay. For this one, let's go set normal. Okay. Hmm, for this one also, let me set to normal and everything is done. So let's go for close and now let's go for printout. So let's go for preview and there we have. All right. So this is the final one and here you can go for plot. So you will have your PDF. After you save, you will have your PDF. So that is the final one. So this will be the PDF if you print. Okay. I hope you have understood what I have taught to you today. Go for it, practice this one, and you will understand how to export your uh, page, okay, for printout. And we have some other options, like you can uh, create a zip file. So for that we have e-transmit option, e-transmit. So for that you need to save this drawing. So let me open this file so that I can go for easily e-transmit. So this is right now saved and let's go for e-transmit. And this drawing you will be transmitting. Okay. So this file is added right now. If you want to add more files, so then you can go for add file and there from you can add some files. And here we have this transmitter setup and you can choose modify. So it will be created the zip. If you need to create folders only, you can choose folder and all this where it will be saved, you can set. So let me now save it on desktop. Okay. And let's click on open and okay. So it's selected from this option and everything is there. So let me create this zip. So let's click on close. Okay. And then you will click on OK. And this zip folder, this zip file will be created so that everything will be preserved. For this drawing, everything will be preserved. Okay. So all your layout and layout 2, everything will be there and you will be easily creating this zip folder easily and you will be sending it through mail. Okay. So let me cancel it. Cancel. And we have some other option for exporting also. For that, you can go for publish. So you can choose this dimension practice layout, these one. So you'll have all this. So let me just see. And here you can remove this sheet if you don't need it. And this is for that drawing one. So I don't need drawing one. So let me remove it and remove it. So for this, I'll go for it. And about the page setup, you can import some page setup if you need. Okay. So for that, I don't need any page setup for that, as because that is my model space. And for this layout, I have one. Uh, And for this, you can publish to PDF or you can publish to DWF file. Okay. And you can choose this one. And so you can go for selected sheet details like layout name and all this details will be the publish output. And precision, this is for civil engineering. And mm, so I need page setup detail. Let's go for publish. And for DWF file, you can to see DWF, you need a DWF viewer. So that I don't have. You can download from Autodesk website. So let me choose PDF and let's go for publish and let me open desktop. Let's select. Okay, so that is done here. And now let me share my screen. Okay, so it's under process. Here you can see it is under process. Okay, so one that is cancelled. Here it is cancelled. Okay, so let's close it. This one is plotted and this one is plotted. Let me check it once. Yeah, so here I have. Okay, so that you can see, right? Okay, so this way you can have it. All right. Let me show you again just about the publish option. So for that, let me delete this one, shift it, and let me go for it. So the command is publish, enter, choose PDF. So for this, I will remove it. Can go for right click and remove, right click, remove, right click, remove, and remove it. Okay, so let me remove it. And for this, okay, so let's go for it. And what details you need so that you can choose. As per that, you will have it. Okay. And this is about the publish option where it will be published. Okay, this is the location. Click on OK. And let's go for publish. And let me publish with this name. Let's go for select. Close it. Close. It's processing in the background. Yeah, so that is done. Just a second. It's about to be there. Yeah, so here I have. I hope you all can see, right? Okay, I hope you understood. That's all, guys. Thank you very much.